There he is, Arash Madani. Hey, Arash, I know you're an Easterner, but you're Canadian. And Sharky and I were talking Blue Rodeo last night.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm just tying it all together. It's not like we're talking from somebody from the States. You're gonna know Blue Rodeo. You've probably seen Blue Rodeo a handful of times. Blue Rodeo, great Canadian band. Like I said at the start of the show, there's not many musical talents, artists, groups where you got a steel guitar, you got a mandolin, you got an accordion, you got a harmonica, and you never
violin,
a little bit of violin,
and what's that other thing? The
accordion.
Is that an accordion?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's favorite Blue Rodeo song, Arash.
Oof.
Ooh, that's a lot of pressure.
Lost Together, I guess.
Yeah,
right? Like
it's hard to beat.
I'm trying to think of something. I'm trying to think of something clever, but you revert back to what you know.
Yeah,
they didn't play Photograph last night, which I was waiting for, and it didn't happen.
Isn't that Def Leppard?
No, different Photograph.
So Blue Rodeo, The Tragically Hip, maybe Our Lady Peace. What else is in the Canadian kind of lexicon of the last
Rush? Oh,
30
but
years?
they go back.
5440.
Yeah, I put them in a second tier. Kind of below
Spirit of the West.
Though.
Spirit of the West
Spirit of
is
the
not.
West is
No, they wouldn't be in the
Big
same.
C. Great Big Sea had a moment. They're not together anymore.
Great Big Sea and Spirit of the West are on the fourth line. We'll tap you on the shoulder when we need you.
No. Great Big Sea is like fluctuating between the second and the third.
Nah, that's because you're from the East Coast. That's why you really like them.
They're getting a hometown
when
benefit.
I'm up, I can't get down. Shut up.
Yeah.
Enough. I'd go Watchmen.
Patty Murphy died is a night I'll never forget. Some of the boys got loaded drunk, and they ain't been sober yet.
I'd put Watchmen on the second line from Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
I would throw up a little watch. There's somebody we're missing. A really good. We said Our Lady Peace.
Watchmen,
Tea Party.
By the way, Watchmen any day now. I put that ahead of Stereo.
Hey,
yeah.
when you're in Thursday, the 28th of August, maybe we'll just go for a cruise around Regina with McLaren's Furnace Room blaring, windows down, just to tee up the night. Okay. It is for Brian Gawley, Smart Investing Solutions. Be smart with your money. Let's start, and this is the beauty about Arash. He can talk anything. We can talk football, we can talk baseball, we can talk hockey, but let's start with swimming and the name Summer McIntosh. If you're Canadian and you don't know that name, you probably haven't been living around these parts for a while. A third gold medal today. This lady is unbelievable.
Yeah, at the World Championships in Singapore, this time in the 200-meter butterfly. She just broke her own world record a couple of days ago. There's still 2 more events to go. Guys, we're talking about the possibility of maybe 5 World Championship medals. You know what was amazing about today? She touches the wall first. She's a world champion. She looks up at the big screen to see her time, and she drops 2 F-bombs. Not happy, but a little irritated with herself because she air quote, only broke the Olympic record, not the world record.
She's got goals. She's got
hard on herself.
Goals.
We are talking about the elite of the elite, like somebody who is so driven and has such a high standard for herself that winning a world championship wasn't enough, setting an Olympic record wasn't enough. The world record is what she's after.
I think I saw.
Wow.
I think I saw Devin Haru, our friend, interviewing her after, and I didn't catch it. I wonder though if she thought, while she's racing, she's in the pool, she's doing her thing. If she thought she was in the zone and she was like, I think I got another record here, and then she looks up and she's like,
2 more strokes. I could. Yeah.
Exactly like me at the Y. Like I feel it all the time. But no, seriously, every time she competes, she wins, Arash.
Yeah, and that's the amazing part about all this. Guys, like, we live in a hot take world, okay? Like, let's get that out of the way. This is not hyperbole. This is like, this kid is on the trajectory to be the greatest Canadian athlete of all time. Like, everything she touches is gold. You know, her first event at the Olympics last year was silver, and from there it was the top of the podium each time. And now she's working with the same coach that Michael Phelps worked with. Like, the comp here is to be the greatest swimmer ever. So we're going to be talking about this kid for quite a while, and now here we are 3 years away from the LA Olympics. I think she's going to be as mainstream a non-top 4 sport athlete. She's going to be the most impressive individual sport athlete that we're going to be talking about in Canada, bar none.
For how long? Where's the next one? But we didn't know where Summer McIntosh was, but where's the next athlete like this going to come from? Right?
Great question, Sharky.
Yeah, who's next in the mix for Canada?
In an individual sport?
Yeah. Right? They kind of come out of nowhere. We don't know where they're coming from. They just show up.
Like, I'm trying to think of who the last individual sport athlete was that had this kind of dominance. Honestly, I guess it'd be Penny Oleksiak. I think like Penny and Summer, because they're marketable, et cetera, with the name.
Would it be Donovan Bailey before that? Would you go back that far?
Willie DeWitt?
Maybe.
Scotty the Bulldog Olsen?
There's a Mike Weir in there, right? He put a green jacket on.
That's true. Yeah.
Bianca Andreescu lifted a U.S. Open trophy. I think Bailey is a great comp because we were talking about him for so long.
Yep.
There was no lead up to Mike Weir at Augusta. It's one of these things where I think for the next few years, the fact that her name is Summer is also on top of it all. I think she's got it all, and I think we're just going to keep talking about this.
Lennox Lewis?
Good one.
Yeah.
Right, like he was kind of British.
He had an accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. Okay.
Literally.
So McIntosh was a hero of the Paris Olympics. She was the star for Canada, without a doubt, last summer. And our women's soccer team coach, Bev Priestman, was not.
Maybe.
Now that the former head coach of the women's soccer team was sent packing over the drone scandal, she and her family didn't feel safe and, quote, we had to get out of that country. What's going on there?
Okay, Bev Priestman.
Yes.
Bev Priestman, who sends drones into the air to spy on Team New Zealand at the Olympics, is now working in New Zealand. No irony there. 1 year after her FIFA suspension is up, and she holds a 25-minute press conference, and she blames the people of Canada for everything that went wrong and didn't take any accountability for sending drones up in the air and cheating. Like,
It's our fault.
She paid her she paid the price for the discipline and the punishment and all those things, and everybody deserves another chance and a second chance. I totally agree with that. But it turned into it was everybody's fault but mine, and I'm the victim here, instead of saying I screwed up.
Made a bad choice.
I pushed the envelope further than I should have, et cetera, et cetera. Isn't the whole point of this accountability first? And there was none of that.
Any crime against children, you don't get a second chance.
Second chance.
In my book. No. But I know what we're talking. We're talking about this,
Sports,
and I think we'd all agree on that.
We're talking about spying on practices.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of drones, did you hear that's how they were smuggling drugs into the penitentiary in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan?
Yes. Well,
with drones.
Duh. Of course they were.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, you got to stay one step ahead, Arash. Those criminals, right? They ain't dumb. They know whatever's next.
The prison guards, it's a great sport. Shooting drones down, right?
Man, we went Blue Roadie, we went music, we were all over here.
Drones down.
Let's talk Major League Baseball. You said the Blue Jays were going to get some starting pitching. Tell us what they got. I'm on the wagon a bit here. I don't know enough about it. Did they get enough? Are you happy with what they did?
They had to go get a starting pitcher. They went out and got a starting pitcher. They went out and got a 30-year-old ace. Whatever. They gave up some 22-year-old prospect, whatever. There's just one little bit of pause. It has nothing to do with the fact that he's won a Cy Young before. It has to do with the fact that he's coming off Tommy John surgery.
Oh.
Now,
Yeah.
hasn't pitched all year in the big leagues. 4 rehab starts. He's looked good. He's felt good. He told Mark DeRosa of MLB Network he's feeling really good. If Shane Bieber is back to Shane Bieber form, he's probably the number 2 starter in their rotation. It's just a big if. Now, let's hope the elbow, for his sake, for his health, for the Blue Jays' sake, holds up. But it is a big-time move. They already added a reliever. They're looking for a little more bullpen help. Look, that's the second best pitching trade deadline acquisition they've had in the 2000s. David Price in 2015, now Shane Bieber. You just want to hope and make sure that the elbow is going to be fully fine when he gets back to the big leagues.
You got to think they've been watching him for a period of time and watched his last couple of starts in Double-A to make sure that he was ready to go. So I like the move, right? Because he doesn't have to come in right away and be an impact player. He's got to give them some arm and some bench strength down the way. I think it's a good move. And
here's the other thing, Sharky. Here's the other thing. If I'm the Blue Jays, here we are, July 31st. There's 2 months left in the season.
Yep.
I'd go with a 6-man rotation for at least the next 6-7 weeks.
Why not?
Maybe towards the end of September you back off and you may go 5, but you can't rely on Scherzer. You now have options. You have options and guys to eat serious innings, and that's what they needed to do. They also have an extra 2 months before deciding whether or not Shane Bieber's got the goods right now coming off surgery to be ready for October. So that's...
I like it. I like the move.
Do you ever think if former Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher Tommy John gets any kind of royalties for this? I didn't know until a few years ago. I'm like, why is it called? And then I looked it up.
Because he was the first one that got it.
First one to get it done. And then it's weird. That name stuck.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're just gonna go with Tommy John surgery. The man's name. Who was the first guy to get his MCL replaced or something like that? He's probably sitting there like, what about me over here?
Hey? We say torn MCL, we say torn ACL, but if you tear your UCL, you're going for Tommy John.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's probably a whole other half hour. It's a bye week next week. Let's go into it next week.
We got to figure out how to name those other surgeries.
Half hour.
There's literally an ESPN 30 for 30 on the doctor and Tommy John about the surgery.
Yeah, I believe it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they beat me to it.
And is it James Andrews who did the first surgery? Because he's the renowned doctor now. I'm not sure.
Frank Jobe is the orthopedic surgeon who devised it.
Yeah. Dr. Frank Jobe. How about some love for Jobe?
Look at you guys.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though.
Okay,
So why is the
CFL.
surgery named after the guy with the elbow instead of the guy
With the knee, yeah.
It's exact. Oh, I love it.
How disappointed are you if you're the first one, the blue is ACL or something, and nobody's named it?
Rotator cuff, which I had done in 17. They could have, yeah.
That's just called a rotator cuff.
Should be a court case. Class action. Scotty the Bulldog Olsen, one of my favorites.
Scotty the Bulldog Olsen.
CFL. How about, so we got no Vernon Adams. We got no Zach Caleros playing. Blue Bomber, are you concerned about your former employer?
I am. I don't know what's going on there. It has nothing to do with Zach. This whole thing just starting to feel a little dysfunctional. Look, they gave Dylan Mitchell, a receiver, in free agency, a bunch up front. He's a vet. He's been around. And not only has he not played, but now he's on the practice roster and they're playing a mid-round rookie draft pick ahead of him. I just don't understand what's happening there in Winnipeg. There are a lot of warning signs that things are not well in Shangri-La. I keep hearing about everything the Blue Bombers have been the last 5 years, and you don't discount that. What they've done is done. The A's in the barn. I just don't like what I'm seeing. I haven't liked what I've been seeing for the last few weeks. The performance in Toronto was just dreadful. I don't like how they're handling their personnel. Now the Caleros thing. Now the Mitchell thing. Blah blah blah.
Okay, what you
What?
are you thinking Ottawa money line tonight? How about that -4.5? Hey, against the 2 weeks ago. I know they got
Planning a parade route in Calgary. Yeah.
they got a backup quarterback in with VA and PJ Walker. It sounds like an 80s action TV
Hero,
series.
yeah.
But they're like Ottawa, and Ottawa's one of the only teams that beat them. And now we're seeing Ottawa as a favorite tonight, and Winnipeg. Like, I'm going to take Toronto there too.
Here's a question, and I mean this sincerely. If Ottawa, coming off a bye week, presumably pretty healthy, doesn't beat PJ, JP Walker, whatever you want, Johnny Walker, if they don't win this week, when is the next win on the bingo card for the mighty Rouge et Noir? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The answer could be
No, that's the answer. Sharky, that's the answer.
Don't know. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
it'll be an interesting watch tonight.
Is Drew Brown back?
Yeah. So I
Drew
think
Brown is back.
After he got his
Suits.
head taken off?
Suits said. Yeah. So
Like-
it's Drew Brown against
That was terrible.
Johnny Walker's grandson
Player
tonight.
safety is paramount to us, Sharky. Never
So they
forget.
don't call a flag on that, and then they call a flag on somebody when their
They
jersey,
flagged him. They didn't eject him.
the jersey
flagged him.
brushes Caleros as he's in a slide, or not Caleros, Fajardo when he's in his slide, and like that was ridiculous. That hit, like he intended to behead him.
No, he didn't.
He did so.
No, he didn't. He's coming in really hard there.
So if you're watching on the stream, watch this. I think everybody lost track that Brown actually did a backward somersault because we were all watching the helmet pop off. That was as violent a hit as you're going to get.
Yeah.
Nah. It's the heat of the game. You're going to tee it up, and then you kind of forget where your head's going. It would have been really impressive if he would have caught his helmet on the dismount. Then I would have been really impressed.
Take that, Summer McIntosh.
Yeah.
All right.
What's more impressive than the dismount helmet catch?
Hey, and then let's close on this. There's no wilder ride. Well, maybe there is. Horse racing,
Okay.
dog racing, but NFL preseason football starts tonight in Canton, Ohio. If you want to be a degen like myself, you don't have to go heavy. Betting on preseason NFL football is a wild ride because at halftime it could be 25 points, and then all of a sudden they're pulling guys from the stands that are coming into play.
Some guy in sweatpants is playing quarterback.
Isn't it though, Arash?
Let's set, because it's the Detroit Lions, if we're going to set our own prop for how many times we're going to get a Dan Campbell ISO, especially just in the second half, the first half, whatever. But when there's nothing to talk about, Dan Campbell is just good TV. And you know he's going to have the wad of chew, and you know he's going to be spit and fire because he's on national TV.
What about Harbaugh?
I say,
Yeah.
yeah, I think Harbaugh's going to fall asleep by the time the second half rolls around. But
He need his
Dan
nap.
Campbell's going to be spit and fire. You know?
Harbaugh-
Dan Campbell's
Over
the-
under 12 and a half? 12 and a half?
You know, it's number of camera appearances for Dan Campbell and number of espressos in a Starbucks today. 12 and a half espresso shots sounds about right for the venti, mocha, frappa, lopa.
Harbaugh's going to have those Tommy Hilfiger khakis pulled up a little too high. He always wears them a little too high. You ever notice that?
It's just a little pass.
Little bit too high, a little awkward looking.
He just had a hip replacement too this offseason, so maybe they'll be a little more snug.
They could be really hiked up then. Yeah.
There it is. All right, let's
They shouldn't be on your belly button. Like, that's wrong.
have a good long weekend. Listen to some Watchmen. Sprinkle in a little Blue Rodeo.
Yep.
Great Big Sea, Get Lost. Tea Party.
Not tea
Pretty
party.
good.
Just Big Shiny tunes it up. on this long weekend.
Big
What
shiny
weekend
tooth.
is this? Is it Saskatchewan Day?
Saskatchewan Day, yeah.
You get sprinkle in some Saskatchewan. Who's your favorite Saskatchewan artist?
Sheepdog should be in there. I like a little sheepdogs. Yeah.
Widemouth Mason.
Widemouth Mason's nice.
I guess if we're putting the sheepdogs in, we got to put the Arkells into the conversation too.
Yeah, you do.
Actually, they're playing tonight
You
at
do.
the fair, at the X.
Is it tonight?
It's, yeah. No, that's Reclaws. Sorry.
Is that tonight?
Oh, I'm getting a lot of things wrong lately. Oh, man, I've moved Colorado somewhere. Oh, it's bad.
Guess what, Sharky? Guess what? It's not going to get any better.
Thanks, Arash. I look forward to that. The end is coming.
I thought there was
The end is near.
What are you doing?
No, I thought Carly Rae Jepsen was from Saskatchewan for some reason. Old pop singer. She isn't.
No, she's not.
British Columbia. I think I get her mixed up with Jess Moskaluk from Langenberg.
That could happen. Yeah.
Jess got a lot of good tunes.
Yes, she does.
All right, Arash, have a good long weekend. We'll
Enjoy.
regroup on Tuesday. Happy betting.
Cheers.
See you, boys.
See you later. Arash Madani. And it's for Brian Gawley, Smart Investing Solutions. Be smart with your money. Call Brian Gawley. We haven't had Brian text in a while.
No, must
By
be
the way.
busy.
He is.
Follow
probably-
the markets, staying on top of
Markets
things.
up and down. I still need to break some bread with him and get the 411 on gold. You get some gold going here, Bri. Still more to come. It is a Sports Cage. We're streaming at sportscage.com and we're on 620 CKRM.
$20 is not going to help.